Hey everyone, Meredith here, and I've been thinking a lot about the difference between happiness and contentment because sometimes we mix them up, and I know that I do, and I've really walking through this season in my life right now where, there's a lot of things that are not working and some circumstances that I wouldn't have chosen for myself. Happiness feels a bit elusive, and really, happiness really is based on your circumstances. When something great happens, happy. When something bad happens, you're not happy, or hard or difficult. Like you feel sad or challenged or frustrated. And so happiness is linked with our circumstances. And, we live in a nation, if you're in the United States, where we talk about you have the right for the pursuit of happiness. And I think happiness is great. I want to be happy. I want circumstances that make me happy. But I've been reflecting a lot on Paul's words in 1 Timothy, and he says it like this. He says, "But godliness with contentment is great gain, for we brought nothing into the world, and we can take nothing out of it. But if we have food and clothing, we will be content with that." And then he goes on to say, like, those who want to get rich, they pierce themselves with all sorts of grievances, and they fall into many traps. And ultimately, he's disconnecting contentment from circumstances, because happiness, like, if you won the lottery tomorrow, you'd probably be pretty happy. So happiness is definitely something that ebbs and flows, but contentment, he's saying, is something that we can have no matter what. And contentment really comes with perspective, is what I'm learning. And Jesus tells us that where your heart is, there your treasure will be also. And so we really do need to measure, like, where is my treasure? What am I treasuring? Because whatever I'm treasuring, that's also what I'm investing my heart into. And I know that it's really easy to start to treasure the things that make us happy, right? Money makes us happy. Possessions can make us happy. Relationships can make us happy. Promotions, all sorts of experiences can make us happy. And we can start to invest ourselves in things that make us happy. And so that's our greatest treasure. Contentment comes with perspective, meaning that we start to see exactly what Paul is saying. The reality is we brought nothing into this world, and in the end, you can't take anything with you. And so contentment comes from anchoring our heart in something that is bigger than the things that make us happy, bigger than something that someone can take away, or that you can lose, or that can break, or that can get stolen, or any of that. And so contentment is about recognizing, what is life really about? And I love that Dallas Willard says, in the end, the only thing you bring with you is your character. The only thing that really matters at the end is who you have become, is what you've done with this soul that you've been gifted. And so I'm really thinking through a lot of, what does it mean, even if I lose all the things that make me happy, what does it mean to be content? And that really is about having an eternal perspective. And that doesn't mean, that's not dismissing challenging or difficult things, or even saying the things that make you happy are no good. They're great. Those are wonderful things. But in the end, they aren't what life is really about. What life is really about is who you become, and the choices that you make, and how you choose to live in the world. And so I know that I'm thinking through that today, and I hope that that's helpful for you, maybe to think through, maybe your circumstances aren't happy circumstances right now, but is that a sign that perhaps you have anchored your heart on things that aren't eternal, that don't actually, in the end, really matter? They can make life more fun, they can make life more convenient, but they don't actually make life more meaningful. And what does it look like to pursue contentment over happiness?